Good morning, student. How are you? Okay, fine. Welcome to all in RRP classes. Your Avasti ma'am is here. Today I am going to continue chapter 3 from your snapshot book. So chapter 3 is Ranga's marriage. This chapter is written by Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. Okay, now look at this box. Ranga, who's Ranga? Ranga, the accountant's son, is one of the rare breed among the Blaze folk who has been to the city to pursue his study. Means to pursue his study means for higher study. Okay. So when he returned to his place from the city of Bangalore, the crowd mills around his house to see whether he has changed or not. His ideas about marriage are now quite different, or they so. Okay. So now student, listen the whole summary of this chapter. I want to tell you that in the beginning of the story, the narrator first describes the title of the story, Ranga's marriage. He describes that it is the appropriate title for this story instead of Ranganatha Vivaha, Ranganatha Vijaya or Girja Kalyana. Okay. After this, the narrator describes about Khosali Blaze. So he tells that his Blaze's name not mentioned anywhere in the history book. So the cartographers have not to put it on the map. And English Sahibs don't know that such a place exists or not. Now the narrator compares his small blaze with the South Indian festive sweet कारी गड्बू. कारी गड्बू इसको हिंदी लैंग्वेज में गुजिया कहते हैं, राइट. कारी गड्बू. द नरेटर सपोजेस होशाली इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर मैसूर एज कारी गड्बू स्वीट इन भारत वर्षा. So he tells that Gundavatta also agrees with the narrator. Now a question, who is Gundavatta? Gundavatta is a doctor of Khosali Blaze. After that, the narrator tells the reader about a special mango tree in his blaze and a creeper with the flowers. Okay. Now the narrator is going to start the main story of this chapter. Okay. So listen very carefully, everyone. Student, the first question is, who is the narrator of this story? So listen carefully. Shyama, the narrator of the story, belongs to Khosali Blaze. This blaze is in the erstwhile Mysore state in South India. So he narrates a story that happened 10 years ago. In those days, there were not many people in the blaze who knew English, nor did they bring to English word while talking to each other. They talk to each other in Kannada. So even words like change were not very current among people. So the Blaze accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son Ranga to Bangalore for higher study. After completing his higher education, Ranga returns his home. So Ranga's homecoming was a great event in the place. People rushed to see him, attracted by the crowd. The narrator also went there. Ranga came out with a smile. He still wore a Janevra, the sacred thread. What is Janevra? The sacred thread over his chest. This is called Janevra. Woman also felt satisfied that he had not yet lost his caste. Ranga did a namaskara respectfully. So the narrator blessed him that he might get married soon. Ranga bent low to touch his feet. After this, the narrator asked Rangappa when he planned to get married. Ranga replied that he had no plan of getting married in near future. He believed in marrying only when one got physically and mentally matured. So he would marry a girl who was mature. Otherwise, he would remain a bachelor. And he also said that he didn't believe in arranged marriages. The narrator was distressed by these words. He saw that the boy he thought would make a good husband, but unfortunately he had decided to remain a bachelor. Student, now the narrator settled a plan to get married Ranga with Ratna. So now he is going to tell you about who's Ratna. Ratna was Rama Raw's niece. She was a pretty girl of 11 years old. She had come to stay with her uncle. She was from a big town, and so she know how to play the veena and the harmonium. She also had a sweet voice. So the narrator thought that Ranga was just the boy for her, and she was the most suitable bride for Ranga. Now the narrator was a frequent visit to Rama Raw's house. So the girl was quite free with him. It was Friday. The narrator asked Ratna to sit in the room. She was wearing grand sari. During this time, he sent for Ranga. Ranga stopped at the threshold. He didn't want the singing to stop, but he was too curious to see the singer. Carefully, he peeped inside the room. Ratna looked up. She abruptly stopped when she saw a stranger there. She stood at a distance with her head lowered. Ranga repeatedly glanced her, but Ratna ran inside, overcome by shyness. So Ranga asked the narrator if she was married. The narrator told a lie that she was married a year ago. Now Ranga's face shriveled to bear, shriveled. So his face shriveled like a roasted brinjal. After a while, Ranga left saying, I must go, I have work at home. But the process of choosing a girl, was going on. The narrator asked Ranga to accompany him to see Shastri ji. They would find out if Guru and Sani were favorable for him or not. Ranga accompanied him without any protest. He asked what could he do for him. The narrator asked Shastri to tell them what was worrying Ranga. He should put his science of astrology to test. Shastri removed his lips as he counted on his fingers. Shastri ji did some calculations, then spoke in a serious tone that a girl was worrying Ranga. So she probably had a name of something found in the ocean. She could be Kamla or Ratna. Now everything went according to the plan. So Shastri ji was well tutored by the narrator. So he did as he was asked to do. He asked Shastri if there was any chance of their negotiations. Wearing fruit with Ramarao's niece, Ratna. Definitely, replied Shastri ji. There was some happiness on Ranga's face. Now they left the Shastri ji's house. On the way, they passed by Ramarao's house. Ratna was standing at the door. The narrator went in, and after some time he came out of the house. The narrator told Ranga that actually the girl was not married. Then he asked Ranga if he had Ratna in his mind. Now Ranga admitted, yes, this is right. So the Ranga admitted that there was a great truth in the Shastra. What Shastri told was absolutely true. The narrator met Shastri at the well. He told him humorously that the Shastri had repeated everything he had taught him. There was no suspicion. He also prayed that his was a great Shastra, but Shastri ji didn't like the comment. So now after few time flew on wings, means the time has passed. Rangappa and Ratna got married. One day Ranga came to invite the narrator for dinner. It was the birthday of Ranga's son Shyama. Means Ranga so impressed by the narrator, so he put the name of his son Shyama. He was of there. He was of 3 years old. The narrator laughed and asked why he had given the golden child of his such a name. Shyama means black, and the narrator was like a dark piece of oil cake. So the narrator went there for dinner. Ranga's son Shyama rushed to him. He put his arms round his legs. The narrator kissed him on his cheek. He placed a ring on his tiny little finger of affection and blessing him. So this is the end of the story.